Please like and subscribe.
Hello, Collective. Welcome to your reading. Collective, this is a general reading. I could be picking up on your energy, or I could be picking up on the energy of somebody who's in your morphic field, who's in your life. So please switch the energies around as you see fit, as they fit into your life, okay? Collective, you could also be getting your own intuitive hits on this reading, on the cards that show up on the table. I know that's happened to me a lot. It doesn't make the reader wrong. It just means you're developing your own relationship with the cards in the reading. And specific readings are coming in for you. Okay. There are no dates on my readings, Collective. If you resonate with the reading when you click on it, it is yours. And I just want to say, Collective, the tarot is not for everyone. And I commend you on the work you have done that brings you into the higher dimensions of tarot. Tarot is like Buddhism, and you don't sit in Buddhism in silence if you've never been introduced to yourself. You know, okay, I'm going to bring this into the reading. We really get acquainted with the Creator, with the Divine, when we begin to have an understanding of ourselves. So you coming into having an understanding with yourself is the beginning of your knowledge. And that's it. That's it. All right. Okay. These cards are pre-shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle them anyway. Creator, please bless this reading. Please bring in the knowledge and the wisdom of the Most High for the collective. Collective, this is going to be a 4-card spread. When I'm done the zodiac for this specific cycle of zodiac, I am going to go back to the 3-card spread. We can't spend all of our energies in you versus your person readings. I like to bring the readings back to you. And of course, when other people show up in the readings, you know, that often that happens. So you can't, sometimes that's inevitable. So this is going to be a 4-card spread. This is a you versus your person spread. The first card and the second card is you and your person's card. Those 2 cards can be interchanged. The 3rd and the 4th card cannot be interchanged. Okay, and as I said, Creator, please bless this reading. Please bring in the knowledge and the wisdom of the Most High for the collective. For the collective's person and for the cross-watcher. Cross-watcher, you could be dealing with the collective. This reading could be about you. Okay, collective, what is going on? The cards are speaking. Oh, first card out, Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. Ooh, somebody is a little impulsive, feeling reckless, and feeling angry. Ooh. Ooh, the second card out, Collective, is the Bear. Interesting. I haven't seen the Bear for readings for months, and all of a sudden, in Virgo's energy, it showed up, and for your energy, it showed up. So it shows me a little bit of what the energies are doing at this time. Whoops, too many cards, Creator, too many cards. So someone is angry and someone's in their shamanic power. That's what that tells me. Yeah, angry, impulsive, and a little bit reckless. And someone is in their shamanic power, releasing themselves from some sort of a power dynamic and doing their work. Someone's doing their work and someone is reeling because of it. Okay, oof, ouch. Third card out landed just like this. The Two of Cups in reverse. So there is the end of a relationship or an end of a dynamic. Let's just put these up this way. So when I put the clarifiers down, there's enough room for everybody. Okay. Okay, Creator, can we have the last shadow dynamic, please? So the third card is the illuminated dynamics, the dynamics you're both aware of. And I'm getting that you're both aware of an emotional, oops, too many cards, Creator. Too many cards. Oh, a lot of consciousness is speaking up here. So the Two of Cups in reverse is an imbalance. Broken communication. There is, I'm seeing someone's gone silent. It's interesting that you and your person are both facing each other. So your person is angry as they're facing you, or whoever this is. You're both facing each other. So one of you is angry, the other one is just looking at the other also, but doing your work. The other one is doing their work, aware of the dynamics of the relationship. That's what that tells me. There's a lot of tension right now between the two of you. And there's an imbalance of power. Collective, everything boils down to power. Everything, okay? I really highly recommend, you guys ask about books. I highly recommend reading the book by Caroline Myss, Why People Don't Heal and How They Can. Caroline Myss said now, 20 years later after writing this book, or 15 years later, or I don't know, but it was quite a while, quite a time since she wrote that book. But I've heard her say if she could retitle that book, she would rename it Why People Don't Want to Be Empowered, or Why People Are Scared of Their Power. Because everything boils down to power. And that's why we get sick, is because we hemorrhage in power. We lose our power to someone, to something. And how we gain our power back, you will never ever have victory over the carnal world. Oh, and as soon as I said that, the cards exploded. You will never have victory over the carnal world, okay? Let me say that. But you can have victory over you, over the part of yourself that gives your power to the carnal world, okay? The whole point is to be, you will always be part of a group. The whole point is to be in the group, but not of the group. To be in the group while you maintain your power, while you're standing, well, to be in the group, but not of the group. So that means you're in a group while you're maintaining your power. It's basically two opposing planes of consciousness, both functioning in your life at the same time. That's what that is. There is you, and then there's the group. Okay, Creator, can we have the last card, please? The fourth? No, too many cards. Holy. There's been two cards wanting to come out that are competing for the position of the last card here. So there's a lot of dynamics that are not being shown. There's a lot of dynamics at play in the shadow dimension. But we're asking for only one. One's enough, man. One's enough. Really. Is that it? That's it. Oh my gosh. Gaia landed face up, right side up. Okay, that's what I said. There was a lot of cards competing for this place. And the one that made it out is Gaia. So this is the close of a cycle. This is a close of a cycle. And what's on the bottom of the deck? Oh, the Eight of Wands upright. Major conflict here. Major conflict. You know, rapid growth doesn't just happen. Rapid growth comes in when there's a conflict. Look at the spiral. Ant is colony. When I see ant, I see an ant colony. So I'm seeing a group mind here. There's a group endeavor at work here. Oh, you know what? I didn't even turn on the lights. Let's turn. Oh, that's better. Look at that. Do we want this one? I like that one. There we go. That's much better. Okay. So there's a group endeavor at work here that is not the focus, but is at the heart of the matter, Some sort of a cause, some sort of a group effort toward a cause. And there's two opposing energies here. What happens when you put opposites together? You're left with a spiral. The spiral is indicative of unending cosmic evolution, but it's also indicative of conflict. We live in a spiral galaxy. We also live in duality, right versus wrong, opposites. We live in a reality of opposites, of duality, of polarities. And you'll notice today, people are so polarized more than humanity has ever been polarized, because we're at the end of systems. That's why everything is freaking out right now, because we're at the end of major systems. This is the end of the white buffalo, and the white buffalo is indicative of the end of systems. That's what the sacrifice of the white buffalo was all about. I'm not going to go into that, but that's what is that is at the heart of the matter here, is the end of a system. So, and Gaia here confirms this is the end of a cycle. Absolutely. There is kingdom consciousness at work here. So somebody is stepping into their illuminated dynamics, their illuminated consciousness. Someone is enlightened, someone is clear, very clear, and someone is not clear. Someone is pissed right off. Okay, let's do some clarification. Okay, wait a minute. Before we go into clarification, I haven't touched on... Okay, so when I say shamanic energy, the Nine of Pentacles, because the bear, when it comes into the Nine of Pentacles, which is fruits of the labor, this is luxury and rewards. We don't get into that with just part of the medicine wheel, like part of the work. This is all of the work. So when I see a bear like this with the luxurious of the fruit of the labors and all of the work, I see an omnivore, not just a herbivore, not just a carnivore, but an omnivore. This is all of the work. This is the fruits of your labor. This is the luxury of your work, your knowledge, your rewards. So this is on the whole, and this is omnivorous. So the bear to me is indicative of somebody that has spent a long time within a certain system, within a certain dynamic, a certain contract, a certain cycle. Yes, a certain cycle. It's interesting because the bear is kind of looking down at the cycle while facing their opponent or their adversary or their person, whoever. So very interesting. And a grizzly bear eats fish. They eat salmon. They also eat carrion, which is rotten meat. Rotten meat, when you get into the dimensions of the decomposition process, I see that as a person who has stayed so long in a cycle that the actual bones of the cycle have begun to disintegrate, have begun to, have begun to decompose. But the Creator put the word disintegrate in there because this bear is devouring. This bear, what I'm seeing here and what I'm hearing here is that this bear is devouring the decomposed nutrients that are at the heart of this cycle. And this cycle is beginning to disintegrate. I'm feeling this person is pissed off because whatever this cycle is, this had to do with an imbalance of power. And that's what I mean. There's an imbalance going on here with the Two of Cups. So the imbalance, I feel, an imbalance of power was an imbalance. This cycle was built on an imbalance of power. Both people lived, one of these people flourished, and I'm getting it's this person, flourished in an imbalance of power. Maybe this person had, I don't know, but somehow this person benefited from an imbalance of power with their person that this cycle was based upon. And this cycle is ending for the both of you. And this person is pissed. And I'm getting that this person is blaming you or blaming whoever this bear is, but it's not this bear's fault. This bear is paying attention to the subtle dynamics, subtle energies around them that is telling them, pull your energy out. Do your work. Pull your energy out of this energy, out of this cycle, lest you go down with it. And this person's not paying attention. I'm getting a sense of entitlement. I'm getting a sense of power, but it's based on a social agreement, a social, it's like, I don't know if this is racism, but let's just say racism, let's just take that as an example. Racism only exists and stands because people collectively agree. Okay? So it's something like that. Some sort of an agreement is dissolving because it's not the stars that are doing this to us, it's us. We're the ones that are becoming aware of what we have been, what the world has been complicit to. And those of people in the world that are waking up are pulling their energies out of a cycle that was imbalanced. It's not right. It's not just. Other people that benefited from this cycle of imbalance are pissed right off that this cycle is coming to a close. Oh, interesting. But whoever... One of you has been paying attention to the subtle energies, and the subtle energies from the Creator has been telling the both of you to pull your energy out, but only one of you is listening. And that's why there is an obvious now imbalance of power. There's always been an imbalance of power, and that's maybe what the initiate, the end of the cycle began with the acknowledgement of an imbalance of power. Yes, that's what happened. And now with this cycle closing, because of the acknowledgement of an imbalance of power, now this person's power, this resource that this person has stood on and I'm getting for the whole of their life, or for a very large dominant part of their life, is no longer. And this person is reeling. This person is reeling, trying to get their power back. They feel imbalanced. They feel an imbalance. You know, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's do some clarification, Creator. So there is cosmic evolution going on through a conflict that has come in with the end of a cycle. Someone's doing their shamanic work and someone isn't. And the thing I love about the bear energy is the bear energy sets the intelligence and the consciousness into your life that there are no mistakes. You did not spend too long in an area. In fact, you were required to spend decades in a cycle so that you could develop the nutrients that are found in the decomposition process that aren't found anywhere else. And these dynamics of decomposition, I'm finding in this specific aspect, are the nutrients that a shaman needs to see in the dark. And maybe shaman is too strong of a word. It's probably overused. But somebody is very connected to the underworld. So bears live in caves. They live in caves within the earth. They're like that. They're like badgers who live in underneath forest root systems. And that is indicative of living in the underworld, because the root system of a forest, scientists and science is now acknowledging that the root system of a forest is the same as a root system of the neurology, the human neurological system. Okay, Creator, can we get some clarification for the Knight of Wands, please? Why is the Knight of Wands in reverse for this person's energy? Why is the Knight of Wands the reversed, representing this person's energy? Okay, right there. I'm gonna cut the cards. Top 5 cards I hear. The Ace of Wands, the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. So when you guys first met, I'm feeling when there was new feelings rushed in for this person when you guys first met. A lot of inspiration, a lot of yes, a lot of inspiration, new feelings. It also brought in a sense of confusion, because I'm feeling that this person, the Creator brought this person into this person's life as an announcement of change. As an announcement of change into what this person has been standing on. And there's an air of confusion. See, this person had all this new energy coming in. They had all this new passion and fire come in for this person. But once the novelty wore off, once the person sort of sobered up from this new infatuating feeling of, oh, this new energy, then all of a sudden the spirit of confusion began to come in. Like, what? How come things don't feel the way they did? How come I'm not feeling the way I did when I first met this person? I'm just speaking as this person, as I feel this energy. I'm not feeling the same comfort I used to feel. I'm not feeling the same kind of stability, power, certainty. That's what this is about. This is about certainty. And I'm not feeling as certain as I used to. Like there's more to life. There's more to myself. There's more to my life than what I thought. That's what I'm getting from this person's card, this person's energy. And this person isn't ready to deal with this energy. You know, the Seven of Swords, developing, this is Aquarius energy. So they're developing a strategy on trying to deal with how they feel of there's more new dynamics were brought into this person's life because of this person's energy. And I'm feeling that this person wasn't ready for what was coming in. They weren't ready. They thought they had their life figured out. They were certain about their life. And now this person has come in and it's opened up new portals of perception, new portals of potential, new portals of experience. And I'm getting this person's older than this person. And it's thrown this person out. I'm getting like this person's like, I thought I had this all figured out. I thought I knew where I was going. I thought I knew what was going on. I thought I had a handle on my life. I thought I had a handle. I was certain. I was sure. I was certain. And now they're not. And it's even, oh, it's so true. When a person comes into your life and changes everything, you don't fit back into your life the same way. You will never inhabit the same space in the same way ever again. And that's exactly what this person has done to this person unintentionally. This person's just being themselves. But it brought in a new dimensions into this person's life that they were not expecting and that they weren't ready for. And the Creator was bringing this in so that this person will awaken and pull their energy out of this. But this person is resisting this change. And even trying to develop grit, resilience against it. Making a last stand to protect their certainty. But they don't understand. They're not going up against this person. This person didn't come in with an agenda to change this person's life. This person, their paths were crossed, and now this person is reeling because of it, and they're pissed off at this person, and they're trying to develop a kind of strategy or develop the grit to convince themselves that this change isn't happening. Okay. Oh. Willful blindness. That's what I see. Willful blindness. Hey, you know, Ram Dass said this perfectly. He said, we can spend our entire lives wasting... okay, let me rephrase that. We can spend our entire lives investing our chi into denial. Can you hear that? And that's what I see happening here. Somebody is divesting their chi into denying a change is happening, trying to preserve an old world. Because we're in a new world, people. We're in a new world. And that's why so many people are sick and exhausted and tired. It's because they're trying to keep alive an old world that the cosmic energies no longer support. Interesting. Can you hear the siren in the background? There's a siren in the background. So that was the confirmation. Someone trying to fight against this change and preserve their sense of certainty about an old way of life that is dissolving underneath them, because you're both at the end of a cycle. Can we please have some clarification for the Nine of Pentacles, please, Creator? Why is the Nine of Pentacles representing this person's energy? Ooh, the Hanged Man in reverse. Eight of Swords upright. Strength in reverse. The Hierophant. And the Five of Swords in reverse. Oh. So let us look at one of these one at a time here. Okay, and let me make this clear too, that some of these energies about each other could be projected onto each other. Okay, so these aren't locked in stone. These are also based upon perceptions from each other. But I'm getting that this person is resisting in their own world, resisting what this person has done. But I'm getting that this person is going up against the energies projected onto them by this person. So the Hanged Man in reverse, this person wants this person to commit to them, but they're not. This person doesn't see this person giving of themselves. It's almost like a codependent relationship, someone wanting to dominate the other person. Someone wanting to dominate the other person. Or yeah. The Eight of Swords upright. So imprisonment, entrapped. Self-victimization. So this person could be dealing with, oh, wait a minute, let me back up. Okay, this is very interesting. This person, let me pull that back. What I said about projection, let's leave projection out of this, because what the first energies were our first answer is usually the right one, and that was the correct one. But for this one, it's the same actually. This person didn't feel that they had anything to give. They didn't believe in themselves. They didn't believe in their vision. Whatever happened to this person kind of locked them into their own self-victimization, entrapment. Whatever happened to this bear energy made them not believe in themselves, made them feel like a victim, like they didn't have anything to give. Made them feel imprisoned in a way of life that wasn't them, that wasn't their true, authentic life. Because this prison was all this person knew, they hemorrhaged a lot of power. Holy smoke. They hemorrhaged a lot of power in investing in a reality that they knew wasn't theirs. But something happened. Something happened between the Leo energy and the Hierophant energy. I think this person sat in their weakness, sat in their impotence, sat in it long enough that they could get they could name it. They could climb in and understand what their contract was. Oh my gosh. Okay, holy smoke. I'm just seeing two contracts on opposite ends of the spectrum. The powerful versus the powerless. And this person had to sit in their dynamics until they could name them, until they could diagnose what their dynamics were. Diagnose. Dia means everywhere. It also means apart. And gnosis, knowledge. So this person sat within themselves until they could name, they could diagnose where they were. Once they diagnosed where they were and they knew that where they were was not authentic to them, now they are. Whatever's happened here didn't happen overnight. Let me say that. None of this is overnight. Okay? This person has now, that's what I mean. This is shaman energy. So somebody knew how to sit within the darkness. Somebody knew how to sit within themselves and sit in their energies. And it's almost like blindfolding yourself and picking up an object that you don't know what it is and feeling it out until you can name it, until you can identify it. And that's what this is. That's what a diagnosis is. Like a doctor that has a diagnosis on their patient on a certain condition has to be educated, obviously, about the anatomy, but also has to be educated about disease and about illness, so that they can put the two, they can put the illness together with the person and diagnose depending on the person and on the dynamics. And this person is exactly what they did. I see this person as a medicine healer, because they have the medicine to diagnose themselves. And that's exactly what they did. In diagnosing themselves and taking that power to name where they are, aligned them with their own higher authority, aligned them with the divine. Aligned them with the divine. And it brings them into the five of wands. Or I'm so sorry, five of swords in reverse. So they have, I don't feel they have a lingering resentment, but I do feel that they have a desire to reconcile, or at least a desire to forgive the other person. I don't feel they have a desire to reconcile, though. I think they have a desire to forgive. Let's call a spade, bow to your opponent with respect, and move on. That's what I see. Because I don't feel that there is anything between you that binds you two, that draws you two together, like an affection for each other, a bond toward each other, a gravity toward the other person that you want them in your life. I don't feel that. I feel that whatever happened for the purposes of both of you to release yourselves from a cycle. That's what I see. Oh, interesting. I've never had a reading like this before. Creator, can we have clarification for the Two of Cups in reverse in the illuminated dynamics? The Two of Cups in reverse in the illuminated dynamics, please. The Two of Cups in reverse in the illuminated dynamics. So you guys know, you're aware that there's an imbalance, but you both feel this imbalance differently. You both feel this, what's the word I'm looking for? Authentically to you, like authentically to yourselves, but you don't really acknowledge it in the other person. because you're not supposed to. This is your own work. This is your own work. This is this person's own work, and this is this person's own work. And that's why I'm seeing the Creator had you guys cross paths to initiate the work that is required to release yourselves from a contract, from a cycle that is ending all over the planet. Interesting. Okay, first 5 cards out for the relationship, the Magician in reverse, the 9 of Cups in reverse, the Page of Cups in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and the Four of Swords upright. Oh my goodness. So this is in terms of the dynamics of the relationship, the 2 of Cups in reverse. So there is this relationship, there is an insecurity about the relationship because the relationship is standing on an imbalance of power. You know, a house divided against itself cannot stand. So agreements that are deceptive stand because of the deception. Like, oh yeah, this is fair. I'm being totally fair. Meanwhile, one person's got their hand behind their back, holding the ingredients that the other person doesn't know they have. The other person thinks they're being honest. That kind of a relationship can stand because the other person is not aware they're being lied to. They're not aware they're being taken advantage of. They're not aware of the injustice. They're not aware of the dishonesty. Now, because of the dynamics on the planet where so many cycles have come to a close that are no longer being supported by the cosmos, these cycles are being exposed all over the planet. And that's why this relationship has a degree of insecurity. Insecurity meaning it is not secure. It is not standing on solid ground. Okay? This brings, in sense of the relationship, a great sense of dissatisfaction. A great sense, a lack of joy. There's a certain degree of smugness that somebody has had because of the imbalance of power in the relationship. There used to be, let's say it this way, there used to be a measure of smugness until now. Let's say it that way. There was a measure of smugness about the imbalance of power until now. Okay? Very interesting. There was no offers coming in. There was no offers coming in for the rejuvenation or the healing of the relationship. There is actually emotional maturity that's standing, that is being supported by one or both of you, and I'm getting it's by this one. And a great sense of disappointment, and I'm feeling that is with the both of you. With the both of you. With that, the High Priestess is in reverse. There's no clarity. There's no unity. See, the High Priestess stands in the tension between unity and duality. But in this way, unity and duality cannot come into being. Not when the relationship is falling apart. So with this, the relationship is falling apart. It's absolutely falling apart. So there's no clarity. There is no, there's a lack of understanding because of the imbalance of power. There's a lot of ignorance because of the imbalance of power. There was a lot of short-sightedness. Whatever this relationship, whatever it was based on with the imbalance of power, it was made from immaturity. It was made from ignorance, and it was made from people not being able to see past the end of their own nose. And now this relationship has crumbled. And this is all being exposed now. And I can see why somebody else is pissed right off. Now, with the end of the relationship, with the end, somebody is incredibly burnt out and stressed. It could be the both of you. Very exhausted and stressed. Exhausted and stressed out. Okay, can we have some clarification for Gaia, the world creator? Why is Gaia, the world, representing the shadow dynamics? Wait a minute. There is a measure of stressed outness here. But there's also a measure of contemplation coming in, because there's swords here that are standing. These swords are standing. They are, let's just say that there are truths that are visible. And I'm getting that one of you or both of you is contemplating. One of you is getting a measure of rest from the destruction of this relationship, and one of you is entering into contemplation. But I'm getting that there is a lot of stress. There is a lot of stress for someone. There's stress for someone and rest for someone else. That's just what I'm picking up on. Okay. Okay, let's split the cards. And I'm going to close this off with the Native American Oracle card. Okay, Creator. First card out, Knight of Swords, upright. Second card out, Lovers. Third card out, Seven of Pentacles, upright. Fourth card out, Nine of Swords, upright. And fifth card out. Oh, yes, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Okay, so Knight of Swords, somebody, the end of this contract came in fiercely. And I believe the end of this contract, it was announced before this happened, but this contract closed. A lot of these contracts closed with the oncoming of COVID. You know, we've never been to this place in the planet before, ever. Some people say, yes, we've been here many times. No, we have not. We have never had a global pandemic. Global. We've had pandemics regionally. We've had pandemics within certain countries at certain times in certain regions, but never that covered and blanketed the entire planet, ever. With that, we've never had a global pandemic with the internet, ever been connected unconsciously, psychically, globally connected through the internet during a pandemic, at the same time as a pandemic, ever. And we've never had the internet and a pandemic and nuclear arms all over the entire planet, ever. We are in uncharted waters. We are in uncharted waters, okay? With that, so this relationship, this cycle closed very quickly, very fast. And with the close of a cycle, somebody came in very quickly, very impulsively, and has taken action toward the close of the cycle. Taking an action away from their person. Gemini energy. You know, so taking action away from a sense of harmony that wasn't really harmony, if it was a balance already established in balance. But then, you know, we're sustained by the shadow of God until we're not. And sometimes the shadow of God is imbalance. So there you go. And that can be a kind of harmony, especially when you don't know the truth. So there you go. So fast action away from their lover. Now someone is working very hard to rebuild, to persevere, to have diligence for a new... Ooh, and this is Taurus energy too. So having diligence to grow, because Taurus is about planting, sowing seeds. So this person with Taurus energy, sowing a new garden, creating a new cycle. And of course, this is all not obvious. Somebody is losing sleep at night. They're not aware. It's not being shown. It's not being made known that somebody is very stressed, but they are. And the Four of Cups in reverse. Yes, exactly. You know, this could belong to this person too, and maybe not. But whoever, somebody is choosing happiness. Somebody is accepting the close of a cycle. And based on the cards here that I see, I'm getting it's more this person than it is this person, but it could be both of you. Who knows the subtle energies that are going on between the cards also too, right? So there you go. But we're at the close of a cycle. Somebody is accepting of it and choosing happiness, and someone isn't. Someone's got work to do. Okay, Creator, can we have a Native American Oracle card for the collective? Now that we pulled the secrets from the card, Creator, what do you want the collective to do with this energy? Ooh. Ooh, 18. 18. What an interesting card. The Corn Mother. Fertility. The Corn Mother is the Mother Earth, the mother of all plants. It is said that she produced corn by rubbing her body, a practice that some found disgusting. In some myths, she is put to death, and in some, she escapes to the heavens. In both, before her death, she provides instructions and seeds to nurture the continued production of corn. She is, of course, associated with corn, which provides for the strength and continuity of humans. The Corn Mother is often shown with a sleeping child in her arms, or of a labyrinth. Her partner, the sun sky god, is depicted by a cross. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely. That is beautiful. The message of this card, patience, gentleness, forgiveness, and sacrifice are sometimes necessary to bring something from seed to life. The key words of this card: fertility, creativity, birth, gentleness, patience, abundance, nourishment, well-being, and sacrifice. The time this card speaks of is the beginning phase of a situation or season. So I'm getting that this is the beginning phase of the end. And the Creator is asking you to bring gentleness into this end, because this is a major, major end. This is going to be hard enough by itself. So bringing in patience and compassion and gentleness for yourselves and for each other will help get through the end of a major, major cycle. Okay, collective, I'm going to leave that here. Thank you so very much for tuning into this reading. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much. I welcome you into my beautiful soul family. If you are returning, thank you so much. My channel is becoming what it is because of you. And thank you guys for all of your donations and your super thanks. They are so appreciated and very much acknowledged. Thank you so very, very much. That's it. This is it. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope this reading is useful. And I'm going to leave that here. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay. Bye.